Arsenal Fan TV America, welcome back. All the football fans, all the soccer fans around the world, welcome back here from the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, USA. What a day today, of course. As you all know, very, very important day for all the football, all the soccer fans and lovers around the world. Championship Sunday. And yes, I hate to admit it, hate to say it again, to be honest with you, but that's what happened. That's the truth. Manchester City won the Premier League today. Again, 4 times in a row. No English club's ever done that before. Of course, from an Arsenal fan to say that, it's kind of like not comforting, for lack of better words. But hey, listen, it is what it is. Yes, now they won it a total of 8 times. 6 out of 8 with Pep Guardiola. So, hey, listen. I know they have 115 allegations or charges against them. This is, of course, another story. But, hey, listen. Talking about their footballing ability, their consistency, their ability to work as a team, their ability to execute vision. Of course, every coach has a vision, and players, they have to follow. If they do follow, it's a great team. It's a winning team, like we see with Man City, of course. Good for them. It is what it is for Arsenal fans, of course. We're going to shift our focus to our beloved Arsenal, of course. Hey, listen, if you're an Arsenal fan today, you're not going to be like, hey, that was a great day. Hey, we won against Everton. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're not happy or you're crying. So it's bad or worse. And I, of course, hate to see, players like Kai Havertz and Emil Smith-Rowe crying on the field today. I hate to see that. I hate to see the Arsenal fans in the stand singing but crying. We're faithful forever, of course, as fans. I've been a fan since 1989 when we won that league in Anfield at Liverpool-owned stadium. I'll never forget that. Lee Dixon, at that point, was one of the players, Arsenal right back, one of the Arsenal players that day, won the Premier League, of course, with Arsenal that year. And he was the only player that started every single minute of the Premier League season. Until this season, he was the only player that held that record, or did that, actually. There's no one else that did it. But this season, William Saliba, in my eyes, your man of the season or player of the season, William Saliba did it. He played every single minute of the Premier League. So we're going to shift from City. It is what it is. Hey, good for them. We're going to go to Arsenal. And again, talking about Saliba, because this guy, no matter what, we win the league or we don't win the league, he's a phenomenal. He's a great player to watch. He is a fantastic defender. By the book. Every time I watched Arsenal this year, I very much enjoyed this young man. I enjoyed his footballing ability very much. Of course, go also next to him, Gabriel. Big Gabriel, the Brazilian Migueles. And Gabriel is one of the best defenders in the world today. He wasn't like that before. So I think him and Saliba kind of strengthened one another. They both give you 100% complete defense. They give you aerial defense. They give you speed in defense. They give you awareness. They give you everything you want from a defender. And they also give you ball ability, going out of the back, being able to spread the team, being able to keep the football. So these two, again, I can't speak enough of them. And they started today, or they were both on the starting 11. Behind them, of course, was David Raya, that won the Golden Glove for the Premier League. He had the most clean sheet. And I link David Raya's success right away with these two in the back, Gabriel and Willie Saliba. If we go to right back, Ben White, hey, listen, I know he was substituted today. I know he looked tired today. I think Ben White was mentally fatigued, mentally done. He couldn't bear the thought itself of City winning no matter what, even if we win against Everton. Psychologically, that is really a hard thing to overcome. right? So he was substituted. At the end, you saw him for, of course, Jurrien Timber. And I was very, very happy to see Jurrien Timber coming in and being well again after his injury. Of course, we all know that's the player we acquired from Ajax Amsterdam last year. Tremendous player, tremendous footballer. Played the beginning of the season, just a couple of games. Looked really, really good and then got injured, unfortunately, and that cost him the season. It was a bad injury. It was an ACL injury, unfortunately. But recovered, came back, looked good, looked strong, ready to tackle. Of course, after these injuries, you see a player holding back. But he wasn't. So great to see him back. And again, Ben White all season, ability, ability, ability. That's a player that used to be a center back. You played him in the right back position because you said to him, hey, you might be able to play a right back all season, or you can sit out to Gabriel and Willie Saliba that are actually doing a great job. But no, he took the right back position, and he did great with it. We go to left back. We started with Tomiyasu, and listen, the Japanese international is nothing but a fantastic footballer. Overall, fantastic footballer. Left back, right back. He plays in the middle. He goes to center midfield. He's very versatile. Tomiyasu is, again, one of the best players in his position today. But I feel that we need a natural left back in that position. But we saw all season, you put the Japanese young man in any position, he did really good. Today he scored a great goal. So again, kudos to him. In the middle, we started Thomas Partey. And hey, listen, by God, if Thomas Partey was fit the whole season, and that's how we started game in, game out, we wouldn't be having this sort of conversation today. We would have been just celebrating winning the Premier League, winning the title. That's how much of a difference a player can make. The difference between us winning the title or not was Thomas Partey not playing the whole season, was us losing to Aston Villa, was us allowing Chelsea to score in us, or Modric, that second goal that just went in, and we drew. Again, simple things, little things we could have avoided, and we would have been in the driver's seat today. But again, Thomas Partey, exceptional player, and if he played or he started half of the games Premier League-wise this year, we would have been there. But of course, injury kept him out. Him being unfit kept him out, and unfortunately it was throughout the season, so he played few games here and there. Now go to Declan Rice. Of course, the young man is exceptional, and I'm not one to say, hey, listen, he cost this much, or he should have, or we should have paid this much or that much. These numbers are astronomical anyway, as is. 100 million is a substantial amount of money to pay for anybody, not just for a player. But, hey, listen, he's done great this season. He's the heart of Arsenal. I don't think anyone at Arsenal ran as much as Declan Rice, for example, or gave as much as Declan Rice. He made a difference this season, and he actually also, took a place of Granit Xhaka. So for him to fit seamlessly in a team like that, that's a quality player you're looking at. What a fantastic player, Declan Rice, and I enjoy watching him every time because he feels like an Arsenal captain heart. Martin Odegaard was ahead of them in that trio in the middle. Martin Odegaard, I have mixed feelings for our captain, but I cannot, of course, overlook the talented young man and the way he plays the game when he is fit and at his best. I think he's a very talented young footballer. I think he's really good at what he does as a footballer. And in the matter of handling the football, passing, as a playmaker, the vision he has, he's incredibly talented. But the mental part of the game, I don't know if Odegaard, he may be still developing, I would say that. But again, good season for the young captain. And, he made a difference in a lot of games. So Odegaard started today. And ahead of him, up front, Bukayo Saka was hurt. And we all know the most that contributed to Arsenal this season when it comes to goals was Bukayo Saka. And this is the most he's ever contributed this year. And he was involved in a lot of goals and a lot of assists. And we know that if he's not there, we've got a problem because he makes a difference, Bukayo Saka. But he was hurt. Martinelli plays for him. And the young Brazilian, as you all know, he's an exceptional talent. He is, to me, the quickest winger in the Premier League. Declan Rice said the same thing. Martinelli is exceptional. He's a finisher. And he's quick. And he has a lot of defending ability, a lot of speed, he has a very high soccer IQ. I really enjoy watching the young man, and again, amazing talent. And in the middle, we had Kai Havertz. And hey, listen, Kai Havertz did not have the easiest of starts with Arsenal, but I knew the young man had it in him. And I think he's a great player, whether, he's too much money or not, but I think he's a very good player. We see him today after the game crying his face off, and I felt really, really sorry for Kai Havertz. And he was one of the players that really couldn't even hold back. A lot of him, it was not, as bad, but for him, it was, you could see it on his face. He was crying, and it was very emotional. He made me kind of tear up when I saw him like that. But what a player, and he contributed a whole lot this season, and he scored a lot of goals. And we know he had it in him. We just didn't wait on him, I think. He was played at the wrong position on different occasions that didn't pan out too good for us or for him. And one of those occasions, him playing in midfield in the Aston Villa game, didn't have his presence up front. And we lost that game, of course, 2-0. And I think that's the game to me that kind of lost us the title 5-6 games ago. So anyways, we move forward to, of course, whomever is outside. We know Emil Smith-Rowe came in and Timber came in. Good to see Timber back. Great to see Emil Smith-Rowe at any given point. Nelson outside. What a great player also. Great to see him. Kivor, the young Polish defender, I think did really well this year also. One of the people I wanted to mention. I think he had a solid foundation. If we can build on that, I think he has a lot to offer. So Kivor is one of the players also I respect, and great season for him. And hey, listen, the staff, of course, and the coach, Mikel Arteta, everybody worked hard. And for them, if you're not an Arsenal fan and you come on paper and you say, okay, this is a team that competes with Pep Guardiola, that everybody's making, him to be that thing in football and the manager of football. Of course, when it comes to managers, they're not as strong as it used to be when you had Alex Ferguson and Jose Mourinho and Arsene Wenger. I think Harry Redknapp, I think of Sam Allardyce, David Moyes, Roy Hodgson in his heydays. A lot of managers at the same time. Today, if a manager today shows up to a team, play a couple of 3 games good, oh my God, he changed the way they play football. I don't think the media is as honest or as critical today as it used to be in the past. But hey, that's the world we live in. Back to Mikel Arteta, of course. Listen, he's new. 5 years on the job now. Accomplishment. I think he works hard. I think he has great vision. I think he just needs more experience. And he's gaining the experience as we go. So there's Arsenal fans that are like, hey, listen, that's great. And he's learning with us and we're learning with him. And we keep what we keep. And we're second Premier League and we're competing with City and yada, yada, which is, again, a valid case. And on the other side, there's also Arsenal fans that are saying, okay, listen, Xabi Alonso went to Bayer Leverkusen, Germany, wins it right away, Bundesliga. Xavi Hernandez now goes to Barcelona, wins it right away, La Liga, 2021. So we needed someone to also come to Arsenal and win it. Mikel Arteta came from an assistant manager to a manager right away to Arsenal, so he's still, again, gaining the experience. Xabi Alonso or Xavi Hernandez, they both were managers for 2 years prior to them becoming managers for big-name clubs. So, again, Mikel Arteta, is he set up to succeed or is he set up to fail? Because so far, again, 5 years, and it's the same good old story. Is it going to be different next year from the enthusiastic side and say, yes, last year they finished 5 points away. This year, maybe 2 points away. Maybe the next year, that's our year. I'm with you. But if we're going to keep losing games like the Aston Villa game, it's never going to happen for us. And I think we repeated the same mistake. It looked the same. So I don't know if you ask me how to gauge his season, but again, from an outside point of view, statistical point of view, Mikel Arteta has done great, and a lot of clubs will love to have him. From a critical Arsenal fan stand view, maybe, you will kind of say, 5 years, where are we really? We're second in Premier League. Okay, that's great. We're going to Champions League. Okay, that's great. Trophies? Nil. Okay, so it depends what you want. Of course, a real fan stays a real fan with their club no matter what. and we're all fans, but we have just different demands for our club. And there's a fan that's just, again, happy to be where they at, and we're always support the team. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's a fan that demands more from the team and wants a better, coach. Okay, what's a better coach than Mikel Arteta? Well, a coach that wins the Premier League. That's a better coach. Or hopefully, again, next year is our year. So we'll see. It's a lot of speculations right now. Everything is up in the air, of course, at the end of the season. We don't know what happens next. We don't know who approaches who. But with what, things look like, with the speech that Mikel Arteta gave at the game, that he's not done yet, basically, and he's staying with Arsenal. And we'll see what happens next year. Arsenal come to the States. Here, their next game is with Manchester United. So be on the lookout if you want to watch Arsenal here in the States. Now, let's talk about Arsenal's season real quick. And I'm going to summarize that to you and for you. Not a bad season. Not a bad season at all. You played well in the Champions League. Got out at Bayern Munich, or on Bayern Munich's hands, 6 times winner, Champions League winners. A great team, and they have great talent, position for position. Best players in the world play for Bayern Munich. History. So I think the history, the intimidation of where they are, beat Arsenal, took us out of the Champions League. Let's go from the Champions League to the Premier League. Again, neck to neck with City. But we once again gave them the reign after we lost to Aston Villa. That was that loss that was not too long ago that I think cost us the Premier League. We would have been the winners today. Now, those two aside, successful season again here or here. FA Cup. Once again, we go out on the FA Cup very early. Let's go to the Carabao Cup. Once again, League Cup. Why do we go out early? Those are the two questions I'm asked as a fan, and I also ask as a fan. What happened here, right? Why can't we stay? If we don't win those big, you say, well, I'm glad that I'm out of these little, some people call the FA Cup little or distraction trophies or leagues, so I can give more attention to Premier League and Champions League. I don't buy that. As a club, you should go for every trophy you play for, right? So we haven't been seeing Arsenal even progress anywhere near, a semi-final or quarter-final for any of these cups, the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, or the FA Cup. So can we do this coming year? I don't know. That's also a big question. Arsenal's underachievers, overachievers this year, you're going to ask me? Tough to answer because I love the club. So I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to let you answer that. And of course, all opinions are welcome. But I'm going to tell you this. Arsenal look good on paper. But for the diehards, for the people that really wants to see this club succeed, not Mikel Arteta succeed or a single individual succeed, but Arsenal succeed, it hurts. It hurts on this Championship Sunday. It hurts. It hurts to see the league title is not with us. 20 years Arsenal fans have been waiting for this. And it hurts. It just gotta hurt. You gotta feel for Arsenal fans. And I say it is what it is. We put this behind us and we go forward to the next season. A lot to look for. Jurrien Timber is back. We've got a great squad, great players. Maybe we can add a striker and we'll be lethal. It's not about spending. It's not. It's about really the cohesiveness you can have between the team you have. It's about the solidarity you can create with this group of people. And that will take you to winning the Premier League. It's a game, but it needs, for the team to really come together for you to win it. It's not a single individual. No one person will make a difference, and win it all. But you can help each other as a team and you will win it or get there. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you watching this whole year, 2023, 2024. Thank you very, very much. All the likes, all the shares. Thank you for the new subscribers. And we'll come back to you, of course, very soon with Champions League. We'll also come back to you with a special episode about Bayer Leverkusen and the Cup final between them and Atlanta. The UEFA Cup final between Leverkusen and Atlanta. That's a game to watch. We're going to come to you with that. And of course, we're going to come to you after the big final, the Champions League final, Real Madrid taking on Borussia Dortmund in England, London, Wembley Stadium. Thank you very much for all the fans around the world. Come on, you Gunners. Stay strong, you Gunners. Stay strong. And we'll see you next season. Thank you.